Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mediumship by Picasso. My name is Picasso Roberts. I want to say thank you so much for being here. I can't tell you how many times I have stopped and started this video today, and I don't know why it's so difficult. It's goofy. It should be just one of the simplest things. And today's my day. I'm just going to share a little bit about me. It's not going to be a long video, but in my Getting to Know You series, I skipped interviewing somebody else this week, and today I'm sharing a little bit about myself. So I am a psychic medium. I'm an author. I'm a healer. I am an intuitive, what else I would say an intuitive healer. There's something happening with regards to my abilities. They are changing, they're shifting, and as we shift and change, we need different things. So I'm just kind of trying to follow the way Spirit is leading me, and that's not always easy. Trust me. I do question things. I question a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that. But right now, I'm trying to lean into trust. So I'm trusting as best I can. In sharing a little bit about me, I'm going to start with an excerpt from my book. My book is called Walking the Way: A Story of Strength, Courage, and My Introduction to Spirit. I've been a lot of places in this world. I've seen a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things, like you all have. There was one particular point in my life where I was sort of stuck in Central America, in Panama. And there are some really beautiful things about Panama, and there are some really ugly things about Panama. Today, I want to take you through a moment of growth for me. And I'm going to share that with you. And then I'm going to share with you a small message that I got in meditation this morning. And then we're just going to leave it at that and wish everybody a great day. I have these moments in the book that are called side steps. And these are things that I wrote throughout a period of time in my life when things were really difficult, or things were really great, or when I was just prompted to get shut out, just to get it out of me and onto paper. Some of those things I kept and I put in my book, and some of those things I trashed. You'll find this, if you have my book already, you'll find this on page 203. It's called Sidestep, a Primitive Place. Coming to be in this place, this jungle in Central America, has guided me in a way I'd never considered before. I can be so hard-headed at times. I'm not surprised it took coming to a remote place to get some self-realization. For so long now, I've seen myself as stuck here and unable to make a move in any direction. There is, of course, a reason I'm here so long. It's not to be closer to people I thought were my friends, and it's not because I'm actually stuck. I'm simply moving through some stuff at a glacial pace. I'm writing this sitting at the edge of a cascada, a waterfall. It's a primitive part of Panama, surrounded by elementals, nature's little spirit friends. The waterfall is fast and furious, like my emotions. It's powerful like my heart. It's soft in its edges as it mists up into the air after coming into contact with rough rocks, weathered by centuries of pounding storms. There are small areas where it gathers and calms itself before moving forward, tumbling down the mountain in all of its glory. Astrologically, I'm a Leo, which is a fire sign. I have always turned to water to balance me. In the last day or so, I've been dreaming of my next place and the twin flame that will embrace me there. But I'm still coming to grips with a scarring on my face. You might not think, after all of these years, that it would still be an issue. It is for me. Every day I look in the mirror, I see the misshapen eye and the vertical scar that runs the length of my face. I question myself in crowds of people. Who's noticing and who isn't? I didn't realize I was hiding behind a tough exterior so I wasn't vulnerable to rejection. I've worked very hard at protecting myself, all the while pushing away any chances at love. As I grow and change, I realized up until recently that I've been rejecting men before they even had a chance to see me, the real me. I know in my heart I'm a good person with many gifts. I hadn't understood that keeping those gifts to myself is one of the most non-astute things I could ever do. If someone like me was sitting in front of me, I would say to her, "You are not just the physical body we all know. You are loving energy as well." I would say to her, "You are first a soul, then a human, and lastly a woman. So the importance of having a scar-free face isn't really so important after all. If you can see this, then so can everyone else." Being a woman in this society where beauty is the focus, it makes it so difficult to be authentic. Simply saying these words makes it seem so easy, but it's not. This is me giving it my best try. I don't want to keep my gifts to myself anymore. I want to share with people who can see through the heavy veil of protection I've put over me until I'm ready to shed it completely. I don't have to sail around the world or climb the highest mountain. I'm strong. But I don't have to be stronger or more fierce to gain the admiration of those around me. I can just be the beautiful soul that I am, no matter what. I will always be that soul first, and everything else will follow and be as it should be, anchored in love. That is a piece. Let me set this aside in my small work area. That is a piece that I wrote. I just took my tablet down to one of the waterfalls in the area that I lived in Panama. And it was not quiet because the jungle is not quiet. But the water helped sort of ground me that day, balance me on that day. Now, I wrote this a while back because that's when I was in Panama. I've come a long way since then, and I've learned so much since then. But even when we have those moments where we've learned, sorry Yeti, even when we've had those moments where we've learned and we think we got it now, every now and again there will be that moment where you sort of question, am I in the right place? Have I done the right things? Am I growing fast enough? Am I not growing at all? Why are things so slow? Why are things so fast? Why are things so harsh? Why can't I feel how I want to feel? All of those moments makes it sometimes hard to be here, to be wherever you are, whether you're in a mansion or whether you're in a small rental property out in the sticks somewhere. But we're all where we're supposed to be. We get there eventually. I find that the less I fight the journey, and by that I mean trying to control where I'm going and when I'm supposed to get there, instead of simply trusting that it's going to be okay. Don't worry. Everything's going to be okay. It's not easy. That part of it, it's definitely not easy. That takes work. So there's been a lot of darkness on my path. And that darkness started early in my days, in my childhood. We've all had stuff. So I think one of the most important things that I've learned along the way is that bringing in the light is what helps the most. Just having a chat with Spirit this morning in meditation. And what they reminded me, for me, and this might not be for you, but this is for me. Mornings clear the darkness. All the bad things that happened at night lose their power. Isn't that right? Darkness loses its power when the light comes in. So bring the light in. Bring the light in here. Bring the light in here. Bring the light in around you. When you are at your very worst, the most alone, the most sad, the most hurt, the most pained, focus on bringing in the light. It doesn't happen overnight. This takes practice. You have to work at it. I mean, I had to work at it. I don't know, maybe it'll be easy for you. Maybe you'll just get it and you won't have to have the same struggle that I had. I mean, we're all different. We all have our journey. This is driving me bonkers. So bear with me for 1 second. I'm just bringing in a little light. There we go. Okay. So my thyroid has decided to take a nap. So my hair is doing a little wonky thing, but I'm still kicking. So there you go. We want to focus in on bringing in the light, and bringing in the light is as easy as here, as easy as here. You know, just imagining that beautiful glowing white light or whatever color you want to put on it. Just bring it in. Feel the love that it brings. Feel the calmness that it can instill in you. If you have trouble with this, don't freak out. Don't beat yourself up. It is a learned thing. I had to learn it. Am I great at it? Some days. I'm really good at it some days. And some days I'm irritated and I don't want to friggin' deal with it and it's not coming fast enough. That's just the reality. You know, I'm human, just like you guys. And sometimes I want things to be really, really easy. And actually, all the time I want things to be easy. It's just, for me, it doesn't happen that way. In this video, I just want you guys to know that it's okay to be real. It's okay to be authentic. It's okay to question. It's okay to feel the struggle, but also it's okay to learn to not struggle. So my intention with this video is to share a little bit about myself. The other thing is, I just want you guys to know that I'm learning and growing along the way, just like you guys. However, I have been nudged to start teaching. I've been meaning to do this, but when I was checking in with Spirit this morning, I'm like, you know, what the hell? Why are things the way they are right now? And I kept hearing, teach what you know. You see, I've been putting off teaching because I didn't think that I knew enough. I didn't think that I was quite knowledgeable in the things that, in the circle that I run in, you know, with my colleagues. And that is a load of bullshit that I fed my own self. So here I am. I'm putting some classes together. They're going to start in November. And I'm going to put together a class on grief and loss and moving on together. I am going to put together a class on coping skills for the holidays, because sometimes the holidays can really suck for people who don't have families or who are disconnected from families. Sometimes we need a little help in setting boundaries and setting intentions, and that's going to be at the root of that. That's for health and wellness. You know, boundaries are really important. So I'm going to have a class on coping skills for the holiday. And I'm also going to have a class on near-death experiences and talking about death in particular. I can speak from experience. I can speak from not only my experience, but from the experience of others that I've met along the way. So I'm going to be talking about that journey for sure. Now, listen, there is nothing that annoys me more than sitting in a class and not being able to ask questions. So if there's one thing that you're going to be able to do in these classes, you're going to be able to ask questions. Now, I have set times for these classes. I don't care if I have to go over, I'll go over. But I want to make sure that if you come with questions, I'm going to have answers. And I am going to check in with Spirit before each class and make sure that if there's anything extra that needs to happen in that class, specifically for you or for somebody else, we'll get it taken care of. So don't worry. You're going to get to know what it is that you rocked up for. So I'm just telling you that ahead of time. All of these classes are going to be online. Don't freak out. It's a Zoom class. All you have to do is, if you have an email, you click the button. That's all you have to do. It's about joining in a class. So you'll be able to see me. You'll be able to see the other students, pretty much if I operate it correctly. And most probably these classes will not be huge, so I wouldn't worry about not being able to get FaceTime, I like to share. I like to share what I know, and I guess now's the time to do that. So that's what's coming up. I'm going to leave it at that for today. Thank you for letting me share a little bit about myself. I really, really appreciate it. I don't know why, but sometimes these things just have to come out. And if you're watching for a reason. Try to get as much out of these videos as you can. If you want to make comments or you have a question, put it in the comment section and I will get back to you ASAP. All right, so I think that's it for today. We'll be doing a card pull at the beginning of the week, and I am going to be back on with the Getting to Know You series that drops next Thursday. I think you're really going to like that one too. Don't forget to stop by my website. It's mediumshipbypicasso.com. You can also catch me on Facebook for now. It's Mediumship by Picasso. And this here YouTube channel. So support, share. And if there's anything that you want topic-wise for me to touch base on, please give a shout out in the comment section. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great rest of your day. Behave, be kind if you can. If you can't, don't do anything drastic. All right? Peace.